Hello everyone, welcome to Module 4 of the Database Management Systems class. In this session, we will discuss normalization. Upon successful completion of this module, you will be able to explain what normalization is and what role it plays in the database design process. Discuss functional dependence and primary keys in relational databases. Define first normal form 1NF, second normal form 2NF, third normal form 3NF, Boy's code normal form BCNF, and fourth normal form 4NF. Describe the problems associated with tables in a database that are not in first normal form, second normal form, or third normal form, along with the mechanism for converting to all three. Introduction. We have discussed the basic relational model, its structure, and various ways of manipulating data, such as query by example, relational algebra, and SQL. In Module 4, we will learn about the normalization process. The normalization process is a series of steps that enable you to identify potential problems or anomalies in the database. This process also has methods for correcting these problems. Anomalies in a database are corrected by converting tables to various types of normal forms. Examples of anomalies in a database are an update anomaly, deletion anomaly, and an insertion anomaly. A table in a particular normal form has a desirable collection of properties. The most common normal forms are first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, and the fourth normal form. The process of normalization is a progression in which a table that is in the first normal form is better than a table not in first normal form. A table in second normal form is better than a table in first normal form, and so on. The purpose of normalization is to produce a new collection of tables that is free of all anomalies and still represents the same information. What is functional dependence? Two important concepts that are fundamental to understanding the normalization process are functional dependence and keys. Functional dependence simply means one column depends on another. For example, if column B is functionally dependent on column A, then each value for A is associated with exactly one value of B. In other words, A functionally determines B. Keys. The primary key is the second fundamental concept of the normalization process. A more precise definition for the primary key is column A, or a collection of columns, is the primary key for a relation R if 1. All columns in R are functionally dependent on A. 2. No subcolumn of the columns in A also have property 1 above. Similar to a primary key, a candidate key is a column or collection of columns on which all columns in the table are functionally dependent. Alternate keys are candidate keys which are not chosen as the primary key. What is the first normal form? A table that contains multiple entries for a single record or repeating groups is an unnormalized relation. A repeating group could also be one that contains more than one piece of data in a single cell. A table or relation is in first normal form when it does not contain repeating groups. This picture here depicts a sample of unnormalized table having repeated groups or multiple entries for a single record. If you look at the record for order number 67949, there are 1, 2, 3 different task IDs within the record. So this is an instance of repeated groups within a record. Likewise, the quoted price, there are 3 records of the quoted price within this particular record. Once the table has been normalized, we now have a new table without repeating groups. What is the second normal form, or how is a table converted from first normal form to second normal form? A table that is in the first normal form might still contain problems that will require some restructuring. As can be seen on this figure, the table in first normal form which was created has some redundancy. Task ID LA81 is entered twice. So this is the first instance of task ID LA81, and then this is it being repeated right here. This, of course, creates an instance of redundancy. Redundancy is a waste of space, and it can create or cause several problems. Other problems which may occur in a table in first normal form are anomalies such as update, inconsistent data, additions, and deletions. A table or relation is in second normal form when it is in first normal form and no non-key column is dependent on only a portion of the primary key. A dependency diagram uses arrows to indicate all functional dependencies present in a table in first normal form. The arrows above the boxes represent the normal dependencies that should be present, while arrows below the boxes represent partial dependencies on only a portion of the primary key. Third normal form. A table in second normal form may still contain problems such as redundancy and anomalies such as updates, inconsistent data, additions, and deletions. Any column that determines another column is called a determinant. A table is in third normal form when it is in second normal form and the only determinant it contains are candidate keys. Note that the third normal form is sometimes referred to as the Boy's Code normal form. How does one go from a table in second normal form to a table in third normal form? To convert a table in second normal form to a table in third normal form, do the following. For each determinant that is not a candidate key, remove from table the columns that depend on this determinant. Next, create a new table containing all the columns from the original table that depend on this determinant. Finally, make the determinant the primary key of this new table. Incorrect decompositions. Decomposition is the process of normalizing a table by breaking down the relations into progressively finer levels of detail. Decomposition must be done following the steps stated for converting a table in second normal form to a table in third normal form. Incorrect decompositions can lead to tables with the same problems as in the original table. Converting to the third normal form does not always fix all problems related to dependencies in a table. Tables in the third normal form may still contain problems. Problems which may still be existing in the third normal form include updates, additions, deletions. When does multi-valued dependence exist? In a table with columns A, B, and C, there is multi-valued dependence of column B on column A when each value for A is associated with a specific collection of values for B, and this collection is independent of any values for C. A table is in fourth normal form when it is in third normal form and there are no multi-valued dependencies. To convert a table to fourth normal form, split the third normal form table into separate tables, each containing the column that multi-determines the others. How does one avoid the problem with multi-valued dependencies? When there is more than one repeating group in a table, the normalization process or method discussed for the first normal form, second normal form, and third normal form is inadequate. In such a situation, you will have to use a slightly more sophisticated method for converting an unnormalized table to first normal form. To do this, place each repeating group in a separate table. Each table will contain all the columns of a repeating group and the primary key of the original unnormalized table. The primary key to each new table will be the concatenation of the primary keys of the original table and the repeating groups. How is normalization implemented during the database design process? During a database design process, you should carefully convert tables to the third normal form. It is important that you review assumptions and dependencies periodically to see if any changes to the design are needed. Thirdly, by splitting relations to achieve third normal form tables, you create the need for An interrelation constraint. An interrelation constraint is a condition that involves two or more relations. Throughout this week, you'll be required to complete or achieve a certain task. Please read chapter 5 of the textbook, that is pages 163 to 185. Complete quiz 4, complete assignment 4, complete test 2, take the midterm exam, take part in discussion 4. Please take note of the due dates and plan accordingly.